Hello, everybody. It is Mike Young with the Health Optimization Cruise. And I want to thank you all for joining. This is our third Zoom meeting that we've done. And I want to kind of give a little overview because I've had a lot of questions over the past few months about what this cruise is, what this vacation event is, why we're doing it, what makes it different from other similar that appear to be similar events going on. First of all, let me assure you that there is no other similar event going on right now. If there was, then I would just go on that. Okay. What we're trying to do is something that's really at the leading edge of what's going on in the food industry, in the travel industry, in the cruise industry, for that matter, for just about every facet you can think of. We are more at a leading edge area. And the reason why, number one, actually the most important, is the food. Let me explain what makes us different. Because people might say, hey, I've been on vegan events, I've done vegan travel, I've been on vegan cruises before. This is basically the same, right? And the reality is no. We, through our nonprofit, aPlantBasedDiet.org, we have a standard called healthy vegan food. And the reason why we developed this is because we cannot, in good conscience, call something healthy that's vegan unless it meets these minimum standards. And they're actually very high as far as society goes. In fact, most restaurants won't even serve this level food to you unless you insist and they agree. So let me go through what's in the healthy vegan food. There's, of course, no animal products. There is actual plant fiber. There is no alcohol. We don't promote any alcohol, though there will be some available on the ship. It's just not part of our regimen. And then in addition to that, there is no added oil in any of the food, no added salt in any of the food, although you can always add some later. We're not cooking with it because you can't take it out. So also no refined sugar in any of the food. And in addition to this is going to be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're going to all eat together on this cruise. Let me also clarify that we don't have the whole ship, which holds like 2,500 people. We're just going to have maybe 100 people in our group, like a close-knit group where you're going to kind of get to meet folks from around the world who are of like mind, open-minded, and who value their health above really most everything, because we all know that the real wealth is health. If you don't have that, nothing else is really important. So we'll be eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, multiple courses. The ship's chefs will be serving this to us. And in addition to that, we're going to have 3 fully raw prepared meals. This is all this raw food also meets our healthy vegan food standard. So keep that in mind too, because a lot of times I know I go out to raw restaurants and there's lots of oil and salt added to the food. And this is not going to have any of that because we know what that does to the body. It's not good. And we also have practicing medical doctors that are going to be with us that you're going to get to kind of, eat meals with, talk with. They're going to give presentations. It's going to be a lot of fun because basically we'll be on this ship. We'll be like 100 people out of the 2,500. If you have a spouse or significant other that isn't into this, they can still always go off on their own somewhere else to get food if they want. Because we know not everyone's on the same level, and we know that society has a long way to go. So this is the first step to moving society towards something that is sustainable from a human health perspective. And I also want to mention that another reason why we're doing this event is because I've gone on these other events, and I can tell you, I don't feel right after I come back. It's not like I just don't feel right a little bit. I really have a hard time recovering from vegan specific events that I've been to. So this will be a vacation that has you have a lot of fun and you won't have to recover from. So let me get right into it. Like I mentioned, we're going to have actual practicing medical doctors on this ship. So I think Dr. Scott Harrington is with us. And Dr. Harrington, if you are there, can you please unmute your microphone and just give us a little hello and your thoughts on the event?
All right. Well, here I am, Dr. Harrington. I am very excited to be a part of this event. I am the founder of Vegan Primary Care, which does primary care through 25 states through telemedicine, and here in Florida, you can see me in person. But I love the fact that it's going to be a small group, and we're going to be able to get to know each other, and we'll be able to pick each other's brains, so to speak. And so I really like the community aspect of this. So that this is going to be a chance where we can, talk and where the other speakers like Dr. Loomis is going to be on and doing lots of discussions and talks and so it's just going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time to increase our knowledge about health and practice and change our taste buds back to where you get the natural food. And so I'm just really proud and honored to be a part of this cruise.
All right. Well, thanks, Dr. Harrington. I also want to ask you a question. What do you think about the importance of community and surrounding yourself with like minds in terms of this? Is that, because to me, it's almost like that's the missing link, because I think please tell me, do you think that the science is clear on what you need to eat? So, and if so, is this community the part that's missing?
Absolutely. There's various factors that hold people back, various barriers to behavior change. And so some of the barriers like where do I get enough protein or sort of self-imposed barriers, or how do I cook this? All this is going to be solved on the cruise, because you'll be able to get the knowledge base that you need. But also the biggest barrier is the fact that, birds of a feather, we surround ourselves around people and they really affect our behaviors. And it's kind of like sometimes it feels as a plant-based or vegan person that it's you against the world, that you're out and about and you're having to explain yourself and sort of fight for your rights all the time to get the right food that you want to eat. And so by surrounding yourself, there's less temptation and people who are all on the same page. And so I couldn't think of a better situation.
All right, so positive peer pressure, that's what we have to look forward to. And that's how we make change, right? I mean, I feel like that's the resistance, is the status quo is what's holding everyone back. So hopefully we are just going to be pushing forward with this event and creating a new reality for people, a positive and an exciting and healthy reality.
Absolutely.
All right, well, Dr. Harrington, thank you. Save your questions for Dr. Harrington for a little bit later in the meeting. Dr. Harrington mentioned the food. Karen Dugan is out there, right? Karen, you are our chef, and you actually prepare food like this that we're going to be eating on the cruise, and you explain how to do this, right? So please let us know a little bit more about why this healthy vegan food and better is important for people, and how you're going to kind of, I guess, get this information across to people that it's not that difficult to prepare either, right?
That's right. Hi, Mike. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, so I mean, that's why I started the Center for Plant-Based Living, to Dr. Harrington's point as well, because we all need community, right? We need a place to go and to be with like-minded people. And so what better backdrop but to be on a brand new cruise right smack in the middle of the Caribbean of the Caribbean. So I'm pretty excited about this. Why is it helpful to eat this way? Well, I mean, you could look at the thousands and thousands of studies out there, read or watch hundreds of the wonderful plant-based movies and documentaries. Don't forget the new Blue Zones series that's out on Netflix. So, I think that there's no better opportunity now to be out kind of secluded in the middle of the ocean, eating really great food, feeling great. I mean, come on, in the middle of January, I mean, what else can I say to that? But yes, I do try to make it as easy as possible. That's why Dr. Jim Loomis and I started the Doc and Chef. And so we're going to be doing 2 different shows during our days at sea. And the Doc and Chef actually is a YouTube series. Every episode is somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes long, and they're all topic driven. So for our first episode, we did protein, and because people are always asking us how you get enough protein on a plant-based diet, and it's very, very simple, a lot easier than you may think. So in each episode, Dr. Loomis talks about the science of whatever topic we're talking about in very easy to understand layman's terms. He has a very wonderful gift of being able to do that. And then I take his science or the science and translate that to your plate of food. So Dr. Loomis is talking about protein. I show you what plant-based protein looks like on your plate in a very, very easy recipe. So that's what we're going to be doing on the ship.
Nice. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it because I know that you've already consulted with the ship with some of the recipes as well. So we're looking forward to having an amazing time. And it's so great to have you there as a resource too, just to kind of, people are going to ask, like, what am I eating? Why are we eating this? How do you make this? And the fact that you're there is just part of the whole experience. So thank you so much for, you know, going to be with us in January. All right, and then you mentioned Dr. Loomis, your partner with the Doc and Chef show. Dr. Loomis has been in the Game Changers movie. A lot of you guys may have seen that. He is actually, I believe you are a practicing medical doctor. Is that correct, Dr. Loomis?
That's right. I'm the medical director, excuse me, at the Barnard Medical Center. Excuse me.
Hit your water there.
At the Barnard Medical Center in Washington, D.C. Many of you may be familiar with the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, founded by Neil Barnard. And so I run the Barnard Medical Center, which is a lifestyle medicine, internal medicine or primary care practice here in Washington, D.C. And we really focus on using lifestyle, diet, exercise, the social connections that Dr. Harrington alluded to earlier, stress management, sleep, to really help our patients prevent, treat, and reverse their chronic diseases. And I moved here from St. Louis, and so Karen and I have been working together for many years. We taught plant-based cooking classes together back in St. Louis. And last fall, we both realized, we were getting the same questions over and over and over. Where do you get your protein? Is soy good or bad? What about gluten? What about nightshades? And so that's what kind of inspired us to found the Doc and Chef show, because there's just so much kind of noise out there, so much confusion around diet and what's healthy. And, so there's conflicting information, misinformation, disinformation. And so we've made it our goal to really help people understand the science behind not only, why eating a certain food is important, but then again, Karen does a wonderful job of taking that science and translating it to your plate. So we're both really looking forward to this event, and it really, it is a game changer, no pun intended, and hopefully it will set the standard for lifestyle-based health education going forward. And congratulations to you, Mike, and your team for really this vision and putting it all together.
Oh, thanks. And a reminder, save your questions, everybody out there, for Karen and Dr. Loomis as well. At the end of this call, you'll have it, or before the end, you'll have a chance to ask questions. And Dr. Loomis, I want to clarify something. You mentioned lifestyle and lifestyle medicine. A lot of people may not be familiar with that. My quick and very basic explanation is it's kind of like the scheduled maintenance for anything. You just want to do it so things don't break, right? And actually, but the human body, though, can actually sometimes even repair itself if you don't wait too long, right? Is this the general idea, or how would you explain?
Well, so it's really the idea of getting to the root cause of chronic illness, right? And we know that type 2 diabetes is not a metformin deficiency, right? It is a lifestyle related disease. So really, so if you look at the constellation of things within our control, our lifestyle, that really drive 90% of the chronic problems that I see every day in the office, is 90% of the cause of 90% of the problems. It's the food we put in our mouths. It's how much we move. It's how we cope with stress. It's how we recover from that through sleep. It's the environmental toxins we expose ourselves to, tobacco and alcohol. And then it's the social connections that we all have amongst each other. And so when we really flip the model upside down and focus on root cause, not only do we have the ability, as you said, Mike, to heal our bodies, to reverse these chronic processes, but we can really keep arrested at the beginning. So we can prevent many of these chronic conditions from even becoming a problem.
Yeah, and that means more fun. That's what I hear.
That's right.
Have more fun when you're not sick.
That's right. When we get in our own ways of being optimally and performing optimally well, performing optimally well, we get in our own way of doing that. And it's really a sad fact that we allow people to accumulate all of this disability that comes from an unhealthy lifestyle, the cost for the medicines, the side effects, on not being able to go on a cruise for your 50th wedding anniversary, not being able to go interact with your grandkids as we get older. So really, again, that's lifestyle medicine really provides people the opportunity to understand, to really embrace life going forward. It's adding years to your life and sustaining life in your years, as opposed to what we do in modern medicine, which is add years to your life and take away life from your years.
Yeah, health span, right? Increased
That's exactly health span versus lifespan. That's
How
exactly.
would you explain health span?
Well, it's just what we just said. So health span is the ability to, it's adding years to your life and sustaining life in the years, right? That's health span. Lifespan is adding years to your life. It doesn't really matter how we do it, right? And whether it's drugs or surgeries or whatever, nursing homes or whatever it might be, that's not healthcare, that's sick care. And we focus just on lifespan and not on health span. The only way we're going to be able to add years to your life and add life to your years is focusing on lifestyle.
All right, awesome, awesome. I want to add to this that Dr. Loomis mentioned movement. First of all, I am standing up. I can jump up and down because I'm always moving, okay? And we hope to encourage you to do the same. And we hope that you would view this as a way to kick off 2024 with a totally improved lifestyle to increase your health span, like Dr. Loomis was talking about. And my wife and I, Denise, say for instance, on this cruise, we're going to have a thing every morning where we go around and walk around the ship. Whoever wants to walk with us before breakfast, it's kind of like networking. We like to talk, but it's more like net walking, I guess, because we're get to network and walk at the same time. We're not going to walk forever because we're going to walk around the ship during the day too. That's just another example of how we're going to get you all into the lifestyle. You'll be with like-minded friends. This is going to be a fantastic, like an immersion. That's how I would look at it. It's an immersion, but it's fun. And as Karen talked about, you're going to get to go down in the Caribbean in the middle of winter. There is no winter down there, so you're going to get a whole break from that, very low amount of sunlight up north and very cold temperatures. It's not like that at all, of course, in the Caribbean down in the winter. So let me get to the next thing. Want to mention one other thing, as it's kind of an add-on to what I talked about in the beginning. What makes this cruise different? Well, you see behind me the ship. Our ship is, no question about it, going to be the newest ship that any vegan event has ever been on. When we get on that ship in January, it is going to be totally as brand new as you can get. And when I say that, I mean 2 months on the seas. That's all it'll be. I mean, there are others that say, I don't know what the definition of new is, but 2 months is as close as you can get. And I don't think you want to get on the maiden voyage because you remember with the Titanic and that didn't end well. So we don't want that to happen with us. And so let me move on to our travel agent, Liz. Liz, are you there? I want Liz to introduce herself. And if you've already registered or you've inquired about the cruise, you probably already talked to Liz. She's a seasoned travel agent. She's been in this business for so many years. She's worked with so many cruise lines. And believe me, we have had such a time trying to get just one cruise line to approve our demands, which is really what they are. They're requirements. Otherwise, we weren't going to move forward. Liz, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I don't know what happened, but my beautiful face is not showing. I don't know what happened here, but anyway.
That's our ship, right? That is the ship.
Oh, I'm glad that at least the ship you all can see it. I don't know what happened today with the Zoom. I try everything, my background, but it's not coming up. Anyway.
It's okay.
You can see the beautiful ship out there. The picture is just, telling more than anything else. She's beautiful. She's coming to America for this special event also. And we just want to emphasize that we do have the 75% second person going on. And this promotion is going to be until September 7th. So a couple of days more. If you have any friends, any family members, anybody that you know that is interested, please don't delay. Tell them, call them, email, text, whatever. Let them know about this promotion.
Liz, this promotion, just so people know, this is not what we had already pre-negotiated. This is possibly a better deal, and it's a very limited time, right?
Right. So this promotion going on is basically for the non-all-included, because our group has the all-included, but there is also some perks for the all-included. Like another day, I got $200 off for a client, for her and her husband. So, and the promotional rate is not included. That means it does not include your drinks with the 20% gratuity, does not include your basic Wi-Fi with 20% gratuity, and it does not include your crew appreciation. But it does include, like they all included, the port taxes and the government fees and the event. So there is a difference right there. So you can add it, later, so whatever you want. But when I compared the Group X special rate that we have right now for this group with all included is beating up, if you added item by item.
Yes, yes.
So it is a good deal for the group special all included. And this special all included is going to be going until September 8th.
Okay.
September 8th is the deadline.
That's our deadline for our negotiated rates with the cruise line. Yeah, I let people know. So that's the most important date you need to know. Like Liz said, the 7th, the day before, is for this extra special deal. But then for our regular pre-negotiated rates, that's the end of them. It's this week in 3 days. So please get the word out to people. I also want to mention, Liz talked about not including drinks on certain packages. I just wanted to mention, in case you hadn't heard from our previous call, that we do have a special deal with Mitra 9, which is a alcohol alternative beverage company. That's the way I would explain it. And they're going to provide free drinks for us one at breakfast and one at dinner. One's a coffee alternative and one's an alcohol alternative. So you have coffee alternative at breakfast, alcohol alternative at dinner, and you'll have some educational components along with that. Nobody has ever done this either on a cruise of any kind that I know of, and definitely not a vegan cruise, because we are totally moving away from alcohol. We definitely see that in the work that we're doing. And so we're going to provide an alternative, a substitute, if you want it. Not required, but it's there and it's included no matter which package you choose.
Right. And also the drinks that we have on the all included, it could be the zero proof. Include your smoothies, juices, organic teas, really great mineral water like Perrier, Apana, Evian, also Pellegrino water. So, if you wanted to have your zero proof cocktail drink like your virgin pina colada, of course you can have it.
Yeah.
So it's all a matter of what you want.
Yes. That's right. Okay, so that is the key takeaway here from talking with Liz, is make sure you make your reservation as soon as possible. Contact Liz. She is the only person that you contact to make reservations. Everything goes through Liz. If you go to healthoptimizationcruise.org, the phone number is Liz's phone number. The email address is Liz's email address. So,
right. And if you have any questions, feel free to text me this number. You can always text me or email or, whatever. Call.
Yes, and there are lots of questions. Like, so much of what Liz does is so detail oriented. I will tell you, I'm impressed because I have been on cruises before, but I've never been on this side where we have to organize it. And there is so many facets to this. It's incredible. So if you have any questions, you can either talk to Liz directly or save them up here in this video chat, because closer to the end, we're going to have that chance for Q&A. You'll be able to ask Liz any questions you want. I know some of them have come up I've been seeing some of them appear in the chat. I know Lisa Wong is out there as our co-host. She has been, I think, hopefully taking note of those. It's hard for me to see, other than I see all these people on the call. And actually, Lisa, actually, we'll get to her in a second. Liz, you have anything else to add before we move on to Lisa?
Yes, I do. We have limited space on the view veranda, the special infinity veranda, we call now, for this exotic ship, so chic, so elegant, so innovating. The old balcony is gone. So this ship has an infinity veranda. It is an incredible view of the ocean. It's from floor to ceiling, wall to wall, huge window. You push the button and the window comes down. And you also have a separation between the veranda and your room, which is a folding door also. And the old concept of the balcony is gone. Okay.
So Dave from Celebrity Cruises will be showing us that in a few minutes, right? He'll be showing pictures.
Right. And so in our all-included package for the group, we have the 3 categories. We have the interior, the ocean view, We also have the ocean view with the porthole, and we also have the infinity veranda. And if
Nice.
you are interested in anything with the retreat, I mean, David is going to probably go over the retreat, the concierge class, the aqua class, the suites. They're also available on a limited availability, just limited availability, you know, very small numbers are available at this point.
And as you mentioned too, I think in previous calls, Liz, this being a brand new ship, this is very popular, right? A lot of people like to get on the absolutely newest ships they possibly can, so they will sell out the best rooms earlier than you think.
Yeah,
right?
high demand, high demand.
And we'll get to see too what these places are going to look like, different rooms, different spaces on the ship when Dave comes on a little bit. And just keep in mind that the big takeaway from this is nothing's going to look like it's 10 years old, like it might on other cruise ships. Okay, it's going to look brand new, the latest styles. It's going to blow you away. That's going to be the experience here on this trip.
When are you going to start fielding questions?
We have to get through Lisa and also Dave from Celebrity. So I'd say right now it's 5:26, probably 5:40, 5:45. Liz, do you have any more to add?
Oh, I think that's all for now.
All right, great. Thank you so much. And I believe, Lisa, you're out there, right? Helping us?
Yes, I'm here.
There she is. Okay, so Lisa is actually helping us out with co-hosting and as I mentioned, kind of going through a lot of these chats. She has a special offer for you guys. I don't know if you happened to catch our last call, but even if you did, it's been revised a little bit since then. Lisa, I can tell you from my own personal experience, does an amazing job of giving, I would say almost like, and I'm not a doctor, so I can't, but this is how I explain it, a medical test without the invasive imaging concerns. And she's going to tell you about that, how it works, and what the special offer is.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, like Mike said, well, and also other doctors before us said, our health is the center of this whole cruise, the main topic, and I am here to serve everyone by offering the special offer to for the first 18 people that claim this offer. You get to experience how your ears can tell the state of your health without any special tools, without any X-ray or CT scans. You get to hear directly from your body what is going on with your body. Specifically, just 3 systems in 30 minutes. You get to hear from your immune system, your digestive system, and your reproductive system, your hormones, how they are doing. And this is very unique, holistic method to get in touch with your inner doctor. And I am really honored and to be able to share this experience with you all. Mike actually has the video of getting his ear reading, and so when you're curious about how that goes, you can watch that video underneath the. So there you go. You can. If anybody any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Okay, we'll take all the questions at the end, but I also wanted to clarify, Lisa, that what Lisa is going to do is she's actually going to look at your ear. That's how simple this is and holistic, as she mentions. And the fact is, like, if you listen to what, Dr. Harrington, Dr. Loomis were saying, that if you do certain things a certain way, the body is always really wanting to obtain that balanced state of health. So if you agree with that, and you agree there's certain things you can do that will bring it back or that'll prevent problems, like the lifestyle medicine concepts, then might there be a way where you can actually just look at the body for someone who is trained and maybe give you some areas that you maybe want to look into a little bit more? That's what Lisa can do. She can tell you what's really going well, and she can tell you some areas that you might want to look into a little bit more. And that's based on the idea that the body always wants to heal. It always wants to obtain that state of optimal health, and it will alert you. That's and it may not be something that you can read. I can't read it, okay, but Lisa can, and that's where her role in this cruise comes in. It's a really innovative way. It's innovative, but it's also as old as humans, right? I mean, the techniques that you're talking about.
It is yes, as long as we are having our body, and our body has this built-in capability. It's just that we never get to learn it growing up. So knowing it is like truly a gift for the rest of your life. Knowing that your body has this information that you can get to, and you can get a sense of it, starting with this cruise.
All right, very good. Do you have anything else you want to add right now?
No, other than later on, if I'm happy to answer any questions, people that are interested in finding out more.
All right. Well, yes, please save your questions, type them into your phone, write them on a piece of paper, depending upon where you are, for Lisa Wong. Thank you, Lisa. Let's go on to our last guest here from Celebrity Cruise Lines. I think he's up here. Dave, you out there?
Yes, how are you?
Very good. Excellent. And I'm looking forward to, again, because I think this time I've been able to build up everything about the cruise ship. So people are like, wait a minute, what's this cruise ship? What's this ship look like? You know, and you're going to show us, I think, right?
I am. I'm going to put up really, well, first of all, thanks again for having me here, Mike. And really excited to talk to you and everybody who's tuned in about the health optimization cruise. And really, like you had said, the first ever group of this kind that's going to jump on one of our cruise ships. Obviously enjoy everything that the Celebrity Ascent and the brand new Celebrity Ascent has to offer. And we're customizing, a lot of different things just for your group and your travelers. So if I can, I'm just going to showcase it and do what I love doing as far as showing you a bit more about the brand, about the ship, and what we're doing.
Yes.
Really a huge thank you to Liz and Mike. You hit the nail on the head. If you want to speak about, a travel agent partner of ours who is extremely dedicated, who's extremely organized and thorough, you are in good hands. So up on the screen here, hopefully many of you have already seen this flyer, whether it be in email format or again on websites, but please reach out to Liz. She is your go-to person for all things regarding this group cruise. And those things specifically for you, like what's included, how much will you pay for in a balcony cabin or an ocean view or whatever that may be. So Liz has access to all of the pricing. And of course, this cruise can only be booked through partnership with Mike, of course, and of course, Liz as your go-to travel agent. The itinerary itself really, it truly is a home run. We've matched up and paired our brand new ship, the Celebrity Ascent, with one of our most popular itineraries, not only because you're going to be experiencing some of the most popular islands there in the Bahamas and in the Caribbean, but the flow of this trip, it's outstanding. You start off there, your round trip, Fort Lauderdale, and then you're basically island hopping with those days at sea in between to truly experience the ship, to take advantage of the spa and various other venues on board, and most importantly, bond with your fellow group members and those who are traveling together with the health optimization cruise. 4 outstanding ports of call. Hopefully many of you are beach lovers. You love the outdoors. You love, obviously, the variety of shore excursions. I see Mike raise his hand. Mike, if I was on there, I would join you in those morning walks, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, you're sailing round trip, Nassau, Bahamas, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel, Mexico. So there's plenty that's going to be organized, and we are helping craft together some onboard activities. But just so you know, there's a variety of things to do off the ship as well. That will be, of course, as options for you. The newest ship yet, the Celebrity Ascent, is still being built. So as we're sitting here tonight, the brand Celebrity, all of our employees, our captains, all of our officers and fleet team, they are getting very excited for this cruise. And this is the 4th Edge class vessel for Celebrity Cruises. Sleeker profile. It's all about open spaces. Hopefully many of you have been on Celebrity before. If you have not, or you haven't experienced our new ships, one of the biggest things that we stress regarding the design of our ships, it's not only is it as critical, like, you know, the foods that you're tasting on board the ships, or the entertainment things that you're seeing, feeling, touching, all of that stuff, but also what is the area that you're sitting in? What does the chair feel like in that dining room? When you're sitting by the pool, would you rather be, you know, in that one deck chair staring at the side of a hot tub because it's so crowded and you didn't get a good seat? Not with Celebrity. We've purposely designed it so that basically all of the chairs are going to have nice views, many of them outward facing, so you can look out into the ocean, listening to some music, reading your iPad or a book, whatever that may be doing. In between, of course, all the different activities that you'll be doing on board the ship. Amazing design team. I could talk all day about this, but with the likes of Nate Berkus, who became very popular with the Oprah Winfrey Show, Kelly Hoppen on the left-hand side. She's very well known in the UK for her interior design, her techniques, and her style overall. Tom Wright is second from the left. If you're familiar with the Burj Al Arab, right, in Dubai, his firm designed that structure. So all of this has been put into the design of Celebrity Ascent. The ship itself, everywhere you go, you're going to want to be taking photos, whether it's a selfie, whether it's a group shot with the group, or again, maybe a morning walk with Mike, or just kind of as you're strolling around the ship, everywhere you turn is either a different type of art, a different design, amazing color schemes. Really, this is about not only the experience of what you're doing with the shows and everything on board, but what are you feeling like as you walk through the ship, as you're sitting there having your dinner, things like that. We have the indoor pool as well as the outdoor pool, which I just showed. This is the solarium, adults only. We are a kids and family friendly brand, but we tend to focus more on the adult traveler. We have amazing kids programs. If any of you happen to be bringing kids, we have amazing kids programs and family programming on board, but we do have a stress on the adult traveler, maybe wanting to be, you know, get away from the kiddos for at least a portion of your time. And our ships hold anywhere from 1,100 all the way up to 3,200 on the bigger side, but we tend to get more adult travelers. Rooftop garden. We're planning a variety of activities for you and specifically for your group, all within that health and wellness sector and pillar. But some of the other venues that you'll be experiencing, whether it's group functions or even on your own, like the rooftop garden, the outdoor plunge pools that hang out over the side of the ship here that you're looking at on the right-hand side. Get up early in the morning and make sure you reserve that. It's first come, first serve, but those are outstanding areas. The sunset bar off in the back of the ship. And it's, again, not even if you're necessarily, you know, drinking and eating or doing whatever, but just for some of the best views, I strongly recommend spending some time there right around sunset. It has that name for a reason, and has truly a Moroccan flavor and feel to it in the back of the ship. Eden, outstanding venue. Various forms of entertainment, whether it be live music, whether it be disco and DJ at nighttime. There's a specialty restaurant in this venue, but it's also used as a bar and lounge, and then also just strictly lounge up on the third deck of Eden. Truly phenomenal. Love the color schemes there. The magic carpet, first of its kind. You're looking on the right-hand side of your screen. This is called the magic carpet. And this is where Tom Wright and his firm that designed the Burj Al Arab, they actually, this is one of the many things they designed on board the ship. The magic carpet, it is not an elevator. So don't worry about it. If you're standing on it, it's not going to start going up and down. It is used as a multi-purpose venue or platform, and it's about the size of a tennis court. It holds about 100 people. On this area, there is great place if you don't want to be by the pool deck, maybe on the busier sea days. You have some time, grab a chair, grab whatever you like to drink or eat, whatever it may be, and have a nice seat out there on the magic carpet. Enjoy some of those beautiful views of the ocean. But it's also used for a variety of things. It goes down to deck 5 for an extension of one of our restaurants at some point for outdoor seating for meals. state-of-the-art theater, and this is the theater on board Celebrity Ascent. We have Destination Gateway in the bottom right, and then the club in the upper right. Left-hand side, the theater, this was first of its kind with Edge Class. The stage protrudes out into the audience, and the audience engulfs the stage. Not your typical Broadway style setup or any other shows or theaters that you go to where the crowd sits here and they're all staring face forward at the stage. This is first of its kind. You see that huge screen that stretches the width of the entire theater in the background there. Really provides unique opportunity and exclusive shows only found on Celebrity.
Dave, that screen, that is that whole thing in the back. If you can, I don't know if you can move back. That is an entire display panel behind that stage.
Correct. Basically a huge LED screen.
So it's way bigger than the stage itself.
Oh, 100%. And I've seen multiple shows in the theater on Celebrity Beyond and Celebrity Edge, our other class ships, Mike. And when you're there, you're transported into another world because of the effects that we can do while there. I've seen it actually raining on the stage as well during certain shows. It's unlike any other.
I just want to clarify too, so that people know that at night, I'd say probably almost every evening after dinner, you're going to have professional entertainment at night on that stage, right?
100%, Mike. Yep. There's a variety of, for lack of better terms, I say Broadway style shows, all musicals. And then they also have different features where they have special guest entertainers that come on board week to week, live comedians, things like that. So get a good variety overall. We have a full service spa and fitness center as well, not only for those who like to work out, whether it be weight training, whether it be utilizing obviously the rowing machines, the ellipticals and all of those, but we also have a variety of other venues like the Crystallarium for crystal therapy, salt baths. We have obviously, if you want to get your hair done for the men or the ladies, we have those services in this area as well. So really huge focus. And with this class of ship and our newest ship, Celebrity Ascent, you could basically get anything that you want done when it comes to health and wellness. So I know there are some shoppers out there. There always are. But if we have any shoppers in the audience, plenty of shopping opportunities, whether you're looking for just some simple souvenirs or looking for something like a nice gift for a loved one, for yourself, or for Mike. I got a plug for Mike.
Yeah, why not?
We have, and again, for the sake of time, I can't go over every single venue on board. I want to leave some stuff to the imagination. We have a variety of specialty restaurants on board. We spoke about this in the beginning, and obviously with this specific group, right, health optimization crews, everyone's going to be filling out, what their dietary requirements are and needs are. So we're going to take care of you that way. Our wait team or service team that's in all the restaurants, one of the first questions they're going to ask everybody when they sit down, just as, again, a reminder, a safeguard, does anybody have any specialty needs? We'll have your group, I say tag, but your group, of course, and our team will be well-versed regarding what your needs are and what your group is looking to accomplish for this cruise. So you're going to be well taken care of there. Of course, like here just kind of showcases some of the other venues on board. The Ocean View Cafe on the left-hand side, you see they have a whole gluten-free area that you see in view here. But they have other variety of options as well. And I know Liz has been hard at work making sure that she is in constant touch with our F&B team, our groups department, just to make sure nothing gets lost in translation or the expectation doesn't get met when you sail with us. So you're in good hands. I promised Mike I wouldn't go as long as I did last time. So stateroom accommodations, please speak to Liz. If you want just something simple like an inside or an ocean view cabin, she could help make that happen. If you are more the type that says, I only cruise in a suite or those upper categories, she could also take a look as far as the availability goes and make sure that you're getting the best offer at that time with some of the exclusive pricing that we have for the health optimization cruise. The Infinite Veranda, this is really the new balcony on board Edge Class and the Celebrity Ascent. As Liz started to speak about before, you see that floor to ceiling glass panel out there at the balcony area, the veranda area. That bar you see going across the middle there, this is a 2-panel window. top panel goes down by the push of your iPad in your room. You can even control some of these things with your iPhone. If you have an iPhone, you can connect with your room. It can be used as your key to get in and out of the room as well. So you want to talk about technology, this ship does have it. So wanted to keep it, somewhat short and sweet today, but please, you're in great hands with Liz, as I mentioned. We cannot appreciate, Mike, all of your efforts, and obviously everybody in your team of doctors and guest speakers who are coming on board this cruise. So a big thank you from Celebrity Cruises and myself, and we hope to see many of you on board.
All right, Dave, I want to also say thank you so much for your work and Celebrity Cruises for agreeing to meet our requirements for the food, because I will say, if you haven't heard me say it before, Celebrity was the only cruise line to agree to this, and they also gave us 3 meals that are raw in addition to this. So we are so thankful that we were able to start on this new course, I suppose, like a ship would, a new course for travel. So we're excited.
Yeah, well, us as well. I mean, the health and wellness has been one of our key pillars over time, and we continue to progress in that aspect as far as what we could do, not only health wise as far as humans and all of us go, but also just with the ship and sustainability and all of those things. So yes. I won't get into all of that now, but feel free to look up Celebrity Cruises and check all the things that we're doing regarding biofuels, all that good stuff regarding the environment.
Yeah, and also let me also mention to people who are concerned, the newest ships have the most environmentally friendly technology. So you shouldn't look at a whole fleet. You should look at what ship are you going to be on? And this is the newest, right? So it's going to have the most environmentally friendly of everything.
Correct.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Lisa, I know that you hopefully were looking at the chat. We're in the question and answer time now. Do you have a few questions that you saw coming through the chat while we were having some watching the presentations?
Absolutely, yeah. One question just came up is what excursions do we offer? Are they covered in the package?
Okay, that's for Liz, our travel agent. Liz, can you answer that, please?
So we are working closely with different options here with tour operators to offer, different options on each island. And one of the options that I did ask is to research and see about the excursions, if they last, more than 4 hours, 5 hours, to also look into vegan restaurants in the islands. So that's an option that we're looking into it. So it depends on the islands, of course. We are waiting to hear from this tour operator that is working with us.
Yeah, and I also want to kind of mention along with what Liz is saying that everything's in development. We are attempting to give the most amazing experience that we can with every specific part of this vacation experience. And so a lot of times we're doing things that people haven't done before. So it's going to take a little bit of time, and we may not be able to let you know exactly how it's going to be until much closer to the actual event. Right, Liz?
Correct. Uh-huh.
Okay, but just keep in mind that we are working as hard as we can for vegan excursions, for the education. I also want to mention that the education, for the most part, is going to be on the days at sea between breakfast and lunch and between lunch and dinner. Those are going to be most of the educational experiences, because the rest of the time will be at ports, and you'll probably want to go on those excursions that were just asked about. So Lisa, do you have another question for us, or do you want to go to?
Yes, that's another question. Right. Will our group have our own dining area?
Okay, that's for Liz to answer again as well.
Yes, we're working closely also with Celebrity Dave. Almost every day we talk about it, right, Dave? For main dining, so many beautiful restaurants to choose from. Wow. Amazing. Plus, the buffet with the gluten-free options. I mean, this is awesome. How many cruise lines we have seen with all those options? It's just like, it gotta be the brand new Ascent. So we are looking into different options with Celebrity, depending on the number of people that accommodates on each restaurant. So that's in development, like Mike said.
Yes, and what we're attempting to develop, just to clarify as well, is that we're going to have our own group of about 100 people together, eating at a multi-course meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the same little dining area. Or be like, we'll have our own little area where our group will meet. We're not exactly sure where that is, but that's the whole idea. It's like we're all going to be getting the same food basically. So we want to have great conversations. So we want you to kind of gather at these meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You'll still be able to go, like Liz mentioned and Dave mentioned, to the buffet if you want to, or other places on the ship. That's always available to you. It's just that we encourage you to stay with us if you want, and we're going to provide, we hope, an even the absolute best experience when you stay with us for each of the 3 meals.
Oh, good news. The chef Sydney already approved all the demonstrations recipe that Carrie sent.
Oh, excellent. Karen,
Yeah.
you hear that, Karen? I don't know if Karen has been notified of that or not, but that's good news. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Lisa, is there any other questions?
Also, there's a question about the juices on board. Would there be celery juice and cucumber juice or green juice served on the cruise?
Yeah, we have a question about one person who likes cucumber juice and celery juice. Is probably that person that's in the other side now. Yeah, so there is a spa cafe, right, Dave, that we're looking into. Beautiful design, lifestyle cafe with different types of juices, right? Dave, tell us about it.
Yep. So actually, as part of it, I know we went through the images pretty briefly, but outside of the spa area, it's called the Aqua Spa Cafe. Right outside of there, typically every morning, they have a variety of juices showcased. I can't tell you, I don't remember if there was cucumber juice specifically, but there's a large variety of different juices and not just your typical apple, orange, all that stuff with different sweeteners and stuff in it, possibly, or some of the sugars that you're not looking to intake. So long story short, yes. And I know I was copied on an email from Liz specifically asking about cucumber juice. So some of the information too, and I'll just throw this out there. The ship itself, as we mentioned, is still being finished, right? They're still building the ship. So next step is all of our dining team, our staffing of that ship, which again, you're looking at 1,000 staff members from all different departments. Now they're being hired, trained, brought up board. Many of them are experienced already, but it's a work in progress. And as we get more information with what this specific ship has and will be serving, we're going to roll it out to you. So rest assured, plenty of juices.
All right. Good news. Good news. We have less than 7 minutes left till 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Lisa, do you have any other questions there, or do we want to go to some live questions?
Well, I think I see one more question from Geeta. Is Geeta, are you still here? You asked, can we bring someone who's not vegan with us? I think that's the answer to that question is yes. As Mike pointed out, that yes, there are other people on the ship, other guests that may not be vegan. There are a lot of food choices outside of our group. So that's definitely you could bring someone who's not vegan.
Yeah, there's no
Right,
restrictions. Yeah, no restrictions. We don't need you to sign an affidavit of veganism or anything like that. Okay, so just show up. Just the only requirement for our group is that you have an open mind and you're willing to go to the next level with your health. Because as I've discovered, I'm 53 years young. I realize that now that I'm over 50, everyone seems like they're in a downward spiral health-wise. We don't want that. We know that that's optional in almost every case. And that's why we have the doctors on board to talk to you about the medical aspect. And we have Karen to talk to you about the food and how that works, because that's the only requirement, is that you are willing to suspend what you've probably seen most of your friends and relatives go through during the course of your life. That doesn't have to happen, and hopefully it won't happen to you. That's the new paradigm that we're looking to show, really, to experience, so that you can explore that. And that's it. Bring your friends that are non-vegan. Bring everyone. They just have to have that open mind and be concerned about health. That's it. And
so
Lisa,
with that, that's all the question I see in the chat box. So if there's anybody who has a question, feel free to unmute yourself, or I can unmute you so you could just ask your question.
Yeah, we have about
to any of
5
us.
minutes. 5 minutes. So yeah, please unmute if you have a question. We have 5 minutes, so please take advantage of it while you're here. And if any of the doctors or Karen, if anything that we said here has kind of sparked some idea in your mind too that you want to convey to us, please give us your insight on any of these aspects of the cruise. Because, you know, as we talked about, it's our goal here we're on a new paradigm here of travel. And, you know, we're just very thankful, as I mentioned, for all the participants here, including the guests, because we have to have enough guests in order to kind of start off in this new path of life. It's a better path as far as we're concerned. And we do believe that there's enough people out there. And we've already seen that in the signups that we've been getting. So I just want to also personally thank everybody for being so open-minded and optimistic that aging and health span and lifespan doesn't have to be the way we've seen it in the last generation or two. And you probably know too, the doctors can comment that the average lifespan has actually been dropping recently as more and more people are eating the standard American diet, the diet of kings and queens, which unfortunately results in non-communicable diseases. That's what it results in. And actually, if some of the doctors can come on and mention that.
It's not Dr. Josh here. Mike
Yes.
is exactly right. And I also want to give kudos to Celebrity. I've been on Celebrity cruises before. And so one cruise line I can think of where it was easier than the others to be vegan, there actually were vegan options. So, you know, kudos to Celebrity. And I'm really excited to see celebrities willing to go to the next level. So that's so cool.
Excellent. Thank you for the insight, because I have not been on Celebrity before. So that's even better to hear. All right, any more input there from maybe Dr. Harrington? I think I saw you type something out there, Dr. Harrington. If you want to add to that, or
Sure, that's absolutely true about the drop in of the lifespan. And you know, back in the day, people were dying of communicable diseases, you know, tuberculosis at high rates, and this. So now the things that kill us are the things that we do to ourselves through our lifestyle and through our high-calorie diet or modern diet, and so. As you know, if we get out of the body's way, it can heal itself. So I think maybe Dr. Greger may use this analogy or something where it's like by eating an inflammatory diet or one that's really high in salt, oil, and sugar, it's kind of like smashing your finger with a hammer every day and expecting it to get better. Or the concept of like Dr. Loomis talked about is trying to treat the cause. So it's like taking pills or treating the symptoms. It's like if there's a faucet going and it's filling up the sink and it's spilling over the side, it's like trying to dry up the floor with the rag instead of turning off the spigot. So it's treating the cause, and the way you do that is you eat a whole food plant-based diet and you have healthy lifestyle, and just like what we're going to get on the boat. So this is awesome.
all right, yeah. Dr. Loomis, do you have anything to add to this? We have about a minute left, I think, minute and a half.
No, I mean, I couldn't agree more that, you know, it really is transformational when people truly understand the power of lifestyle. I mean, my own personal life, you know, 10 years ago, I thought eating healthy was low fat dairy and lean meat and not too much ice cream. That led to a whole plethora of chronic medical problems. 10, 12 years ago, I transitioned to a plant-based diet, lost 50 pounds, reversed my prediabetes, lowered my cholesterol 100 points, got rid of sleep apnea, got rid of borderline blood pressure. And at age 60, did a full Ironman triathlon, you know, all on plants. So, you know, I'm 64, and when people ask me how old I am, I tell them I'm 30 with 34 years experience, like you, Mike. But that's how I feel. And that is the power of lifestyle, right? And diet drives so much of our health that, you know, there's nothing rocket science about any of this. But we've been sold a bill of goods by the pharmaceutical industry, the mainstream medical industry, the food industry, on and on and on. And so again, I'm so grateful to be involved in this project, this cruise, where we can really help people understand the power of lifestyle and the impact it can have on our health.
All right, awesome. Thank you. And then, of course, Karen is going to teach you all, maybe give you some pointers about how to prepare the food when you get back so you can make sure to continue this eating process after the cruise. So, Karen, thank you for going to be on the cruise, because that is a critical aspect of this whole thing. How are you going to do it when you get off the boat? And
I'm happy to do it. Thanks, Mike.
you're welcome. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. So thank you so much for joining us. I will drop the recording here on our YouTube channel, which you can just go to plantbasedvideos.info. That is where it's going to be, plantbasedvideos.info. And of course, healthoptimizationcruise.org has all the details for the cruise. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you in January. Bye-bye, everybody.